Getting involved with building was something that was part of our family tradition. My father was involved with a company, a sash and door company. He started off in the factory actually making things, and we ended up in sales. Eventually had his own business selling sash and door products. Along the way, whatever house we were in, we would remodel it. And we built a boat, we built a travel trailer, we did a lot of building. When I finally went to college, my idea was to be a structural engineer and work in architecture. I'm Stan Madson. We bought the property, the 3 lots, back in about 1962. And my wife and I lived in the lower small house for up until the time when we decided that we needed to expand a little bit. We decided to build this house. It took about a year of design work, and then till 1979, and then we started construction. The architect we chose, my neighbor Don Lewis, his cousin was an architect, Barry Gittelson. I met with Barry and looked at some of the houses he had designed for other people. Over the next 2 years, Barry designed it. I had spent a lot of time on this hill doing various things. The original owners actually had a concrete step system that came up partially this way, and we used that to get up here. After the building had been, drywall was done, roofing was in, everything was done, that's when I sort of took over and started building the stair system. They had put in the wood stairs for us, the contractor. Our idea was to try to do it without metal screws and bolts. So the stair system, the runners are all pegged in from the side with dowels. I was locked into the idea of real craftsman kind of stuff. Barry had a few ideas about what the cabinetry might look like. I was left up to me to actually do the design work and construct it and build it, which I pretty much did by myself. I did it mostly with hand tools. I did eventually acquire, I had 2 table saws. One was set up with router blades, and one was just a cutoff saw. And that was how I was able to do all the design work and make the grooves and the wedges and things for putting things together. The stair system is accented with cedar and also with vertical grain Douglas fir. We wanted the open railings as much as possible. On the earlier house, the little house, we bought the property jointly with my brother. He did some design work for it, and we put in a partition so that it actually has like a 2-bedroom concept, very small. After I got out of college, I went into aerospace. Originally, I was doing structural engineering in aerospace, but switched to system analysis. I finally went to work for Douglas Aircraft. That's where I met a group of people who, our small group got interested in what was happening in the social scene around LA. LA was the 60s in California, especially in San Francisco and Los Angeles, was a time of great social change. San Francisco Zen Center started up, and also the Los Angeles Zen Center. And we got involved with that, decided that we just didn't want to do military work anymore. And we pooled our money and started a bookstore. And much to our surprise, it became very successful. The building got completion in 1980, and we lived in it until 2018. One of the architects that Barry and I talked about a lot was Schindler. Early on, my brother lived in a Gordon Drake house up the street. The wallboard and the open glass was typical of that. Because of the nature of the lot, stepping up and going to 6 levels, that was really the skills of Barry to make that all work pretty well. Whenever you step into the entry and you get the effect of the skylight and the stair system. And so there's always sort of a, wow, this is sort of special, sort of neat. So when you come up from the garage and walked across that walkway, it gave you a little bit of relief from the stairs, and then the final walk up, and you entered the building at the second level. So you could look down into the studio, up into the upper area. And then you could walk up into the bedroom or another flight to the kitchen. From the kitchen, a short flight into the dining room. We really wanted a formal dining room. We really liked that idea. The fact that it opened out to the outside and opened all the windows made it sort of like living outdoors when you were indoors. From the kitchen up to here to the living room, we had the glass fireplace, and this was something that when the fire was on, you could see it from the dining room as well as from the living room. And that was the other thing that was unique about the area, is that as you moved up in the building from each level, it would open out either to a doorway to walking out into the garden or an expanding view. And when you're finally up here at the top, you have a very open view of a lot of the canyon. One of the interesting things, just a side issue, is that when this bookstore closed, I was 75. Right now I'm 90. So I really grew old with the house.